Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your practice. Our class today I designed in a way to sort of get the energy moving in our body. So a lot of fluid, creative movement to stir energy up a little bit and get things moving. So I hope that you enjoy. Let's find our stance. Feet a little bit wider than our hips. Bring a soft bend to the knees. Place the palms over the space of your heart and we close the eyes here. As we embrace the transition from the rest of our day onto our mat, take a few cleansing breaths. So a deep inhale through the nose. Full exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, filling up. Exhale and releasing. Another cycle, big breath in. Exhale and let something go. Enjoying the breath now as it travels in and out through the nose. And can you start to invite your awareness to settle onto your breath? So that perhaps for the first time today, or perhaps for the first time in several days, you are experiencing conscious breath. Noticing every breath as it moves into the body, every breath as it leaves the body. As you notice the quality of your breath here, can you begin to expand and deepen its rhythm? Using this beautifully expansive breath as an anchor in the present moment. So that every exhale is an invitation to release thoughts of the rest of your day. Knowing that this time on our mat is our sacred time that we have carved out for ourselves, for our own self-care. With that in mind, we chant a single Om. Inhale as the hands expand away from the heart. Chanting Om, we draw hands back to the body. Om. Bringing palms together in Anjali Mudra. Exhaling, releasing the hands, blinking the eyes open. Feel the feet just hip width apart now at the top of your mat. So if you have salutations, to start to bring some warmth and movement into our spine. Nice long inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze rises. Exhale, Uttanasana, bowing over the legs, releasing hands, head and neck. On the inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, offer the heart. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, pressing down into the feet, reaching tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands settle at our hearts. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. If it feels good in the spine, you might curl back here. Exhale, Uttanasana, bowing over the legs. Inhaling, lengthen just halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhaling, reaching through the sky. Exhaling, hands at our heart. We'll start to add on this cycle. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold, bowing to the earth. Inhaling, offer the heart flat back. Exhale, fold in. And continue with this small movement so that on every inhale you find length in the spine. Every exhale you fold. And as you move with your deepest breath rhythm, you start to create this wave-like pattern in the upper spine. You allow yourself to soften the edges of the shapes so that this becomes an undulation of the heart. Allow 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. Last cycle in. We'll meet in Uttanasana, folding. Soften the knees to plant your palms. Step back to plank pose and pause here. And setting up plank, extend the heels to the back of the mat, the crown forward. Pull the navel in, lengthen the tail down. Take a full cycle of breath. And on the next inhale, dial both heels over to your right. Exhale, heels rise through center. Inhaling, heels to our left. Exhale, feel center. Inhale, dial both heels to the right without stacking the feet, and if you'd like, hand can find your heart. Exhaling to the earth. Inhale, heels to the left, maybe right hand coming to our heart space. Exhaling into plank. Inhale, heels to the right, touch your heart, or reach this arm through the sky. Exhale, find the earth. Inhale, heels to the left, touch the heart or reach tall. Exhaling, 1 more cycle each side. Inhale, dial heels right. You can reach for the sky or sweep arm all the way up and over. Exhaling, enjoying plank. Inhale over to the left, reach taller all the way overhead. Exhaling, returning plank pose. Knees down, untuck the toes, hips stack over knees, hands walk forward, Anahatasana. And as you walk the hands forward here, soften your heart to the earth, relax the head and neck. Feel that same wave-like motion here so that as you inhale, you draw up into the spine. And as you exhale, you open your heart to the earth. Inhale, drawing up into body. Exhaling, heart opens. Let's just 2 more cycles on your own. Always following our deepest breath. Last exhale, softening heart toward the mat. Let's slide all the way through into Sphinx. So we are on our forearms, extending through the toes, palms and forearms press into the earth. Draw your heart between the window of the arms. Allow the shoulder blades to glide down the back. Enjoy 1 more breath in. Exhale, bring
moment to pause. With our third eye resting on the mat, extend your right arm out to a T and roll onto this right side, stacking the legs. You'll continue to drop in your left seat so that maybe one or both knees bend. You place the soles of the feet on the earth, knees toward the sky. Maybe this left arm also reaches back, knowing that we take all of our shapes in stages. So doing what feels most nourishing for our body in this moment. Allowing breath to move smoothly through the body. We'll gently release and make our way through center. Join the second side. So left arm out to a T. We roll onto our left side. Stack the legs, krama 1, stage 1 is here. You can drop your right seat, bend one or both knees, place your feet on the earth. You might also extend the right arm back as if you could catch your left fingertips. More important that the head stays soft on the earth, breath stays full. Just 2 more in this leg. So gently unwind. Come back through center once again. Slide your palms back mid-chest level. Hug your elbows in. Press your pelvis down. We'll come in and out of cobra. And as you inhale, allow the chin to be into the chest and the shoulders to be round. And then start to peel everything open at the top. Elbows stay slightly bent and in toward the body. And as you exhale, you lay the spine back down onto the earth with the same amount of intention. Inhale, round the spine, rolling up into Bhujangasana. Peeling heart open. Exhaling and softening yourself back down onto the earth. Feel this for one more cycle. Inhale, round. And open up. Maybe we start to grow. Exhaling, returning to the earth. From here, press yourself up onto all fours, hands and knees. Tuck your toes and send your seat back to meet your heels. Pause. Can you keep this length in the spine? Press through the hands and the balls of the feet. Just begin to straighten the legs and peel your hips to the sky for Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So as we do a few deep breaths to settle into down dog, you might paddle the feet a bit here. You might shake the head, yes and no. Knowing in the privacy of down dog, you can open and close the mouth, relax and release through the jaw. It might feel good to open into one hip at a time. Breaths exploring your own movement. And begin to settle into your foundation. So feeling palms pressed down and forward. Fingers spread wide as the base of every finger roots into the earth. We send the thigh bones back and extend the heels away from the toes down toward the earth. And we'll move this a little bit from down dog to a modified up dog, so that as you inhale, the heels rise You really feel that rounding in the spine. Shift forward, shoulders over wrist, and then drop the hip bones toward the wrist. Stand on the hands and open the heart.
Exhaling, up and back, downward facing dog.
Inhaling, as you come forward, exaggerate the rounding in the upper spine.
And even here, with the same amount of intention, you move up and back. Adho Mukha, down dog.
Feel this 2 more cycles. Inhale, coming forward. Standing on hands, opening heart.
Exhaling, drawing up and back.
Last time, feel every part of the spine move. Opening our hearts.
Exhaling, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Open the feet up the width of your mat, gently dial your heels out so the outer edges of your feet align with the edges of your mat. And then our hands will actually grip the outside of our mat with the thumbs pointing forward. Press into the heels of the hands and lengthen through the heels of the feet. Notice if you can create a little more space in the heart and the shoulders. Upper arms are rolling open. Enjoy 2 more breaths. From here, let's start to draw back to the midline. Hands to shoulder width, feet to hip width. Inhaling, heels rise, bend the knees, look forward. You can step or certainly float your way to the top of your mat. When you arrive, feet hip bone distance. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold in. Here you might catch opposite elbow, sway it out. You might shake the head, yes and no. If you need to get into shoulders now, interlacing hands behind the back, press the palms. And the shoulders draw away from the ears and then up and over. Let's take another breath. Exhaling, release the hands and heel toe your feet open the width of your mat. Drop your heels in and your toes out.
And we'll sink down into Malasana. So elbows help to press the inner legs open. You extend the crown toward the sky, the tailbone toward the earth. And then the heart is moving toward the thumbs. Oftentimes we encourage ourselves to close the eyes here. Or enjoy a little shift side to side. Feeling a deeper opening in our hips. Let's enjoy 2 more cycles of breath. On the exhale, touch the earth, bringing your feet back together. Inhaling, offer the heart. Exhale, step back, plank. If you would like a vinyasa here, enjoy one. No, you can always leave the vinyasa out. You can always meet us in Balasana, child's pose.
Take a deep breath in. Let a breath go. Nice long breath in to stroke your right leg through the sky. And then if it's in your practice, hip open, bend the knee. Root more into the right hand to keep the shoulder down. And then can you imagine extending the right toes toward the side of the room for another breath? Inhale, leg lengthens. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, around the spine, shift forward. And from that strength, help or step your right foot through between your hands. We're in a lunge. Open the heart here. Left heel reaching toward the back of the mat, right shin forward. Take a breath in. Exhale and start to straighten the right leg, drawing the hip back. Knowing that the fingertips can come back with you, you can also use your blocks for support. Then we move a bit, so bend the knee, inhale, heart opening. Exhale, draw back, down. Inhale, bend, heart opens. Exhale, draw back and fold. This time we enjoy. So you're lengthening through the left heel, but it probably won't touch the earth. We still want the action down the back of the leg. Pausing here, one more breath in. And out. New breath, knee bends. Plant your palms, keep the hips low, plank pose, down dog or through a vinyasa. Breath in, breath out. Nice long inhale, left leg rising. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. Press more into the left hand, keep the shoulder down, and then reach through the left toes as if they could touch the sidewall. Inhaling, leg extends. Exhaling again, knee to nose, navel to spine, and from the core, you help or step your left foot through. Open the heart into your lunge. A long line from the back heel through the crown of the head. Drink a breath in. Exhale, start to draw back and fold. Bend the knee, inhale, heart opens. Exhale, can we stay close to the thighs? We straighten into the leg and bow. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, fold in. This time we enjoy a couple of breaths. So again, we're reaching through the right heel as if it could touch the earth. And hip bones stay forward here. Last deep breath. The next inhale, knee bends, feel your lunge. Keep the hips low, plank. Chaturanga if you're taking vinyasa. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Breathing in. Releasing out. From here, we'll once again open the feet up the width of our mat. And take your hands back just a step or so in order to root your heels on the earth. This will look different in every body. Keep the right palm firmly planted. Left hand for the outside of your right leg. Bend the left elbow and feel a twist. Drawing navel to spine as you twist here. Let's release, make our way through center. The left palm presses down and forward. The right hand catches the outside of your left leg. Bend the elbow, feel the twist. couple of deep breaths. And releasing, feel center. Re-elongate your down dog. Step the feet back to hip width. Inhaling, heels rise, bend the knees, Malasana, top of your mat. So you can step or float your feet to the outside of your hands. We're coming back down into our squat. So here with the elbows pressing the inner legs open. You're always welcome to stay with the first stage of a pose or drop your right shoulder down. Arm in front of the shin, hand past the foot. Press the hand into the earth and inhale for your left arm through the sky for a twist. Listen to your neck here. If it's too much to lift the gaze, no problem, gazing at the earth. If it's too much to reach for the sky, you can also bring your hand to the inner left leg and sort of help to press open. Inhale, let's release, feeling center. Second side, if you're twisting, left shoulder down, hand way past the foot, press into the earth, inhale, right arm rises. Again, do what feels most nourishing for your body. So listen to your neck, where you can bring hand to inner right leg, helping to press open a bit here. Another breath. And let's release. Forward fold, feet hip width apart in Uttanasana. Take your first and middle fingers, hook them around your big toes so the palms face each other and the thumbs connect these two fingers. And then as you inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, elbows to the side, draw your heart toward the thighs. Soften chin into chest. A couple of deep breaths here into the back body, knowing that you can have a deep bend in the knees here if you need it. A couple more. Release our toes. Again, feel lengthening. Inhale. Exhaling, stepping back, plank. Vinyasa here or straight back to Adho Mukha. We meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath. Full breath out. Inhale, allow your right leg to rise. If you're practicing rolling the hip open, bend the knee here. You can stay, or you can start to send your right toes to the earth. We're flipping the dog, but keeping our left leg straight. Reach your right arm up and over, turning hips and heart toward the sky. Breathing deep for one more cycle. Release, right hand finds the earth, right knee into the nose, hug in. Inhale, press back, three-legged dog. Exhale, help her step your right foot through and between your hands, come into your lunge. Left palm will plant on the earth, and as you inhale, breathe your right arm through the sky, lean back. Exhale, we thread under the right thigh. Allow head, neck, torso to hang heavy. And then as you inhale, opening up. Exhale, release and thread. Just hang here, heavy. Inhale, twisting open. Exhale, thread. It's time to frame the right foot, dial your back foot flat.
Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, rising warrior 2. Exhale to settle into your shape. Radiating through fingertips as an extension of your heart. Every breath out, we ground deeper into warrior 2. We'll interlace hands behind the back, press the palms, and stretch the hands down toward the earth. Being mindful here, navel in, tail long. Inhale, straighten the right leg and turn your toes to the long edge of your mat. In just slightly. Then as you inhale, big breath into the heart. Exhale, forward folding. Arms come with us, up and overhead. Shoulders draw down the back and then over. Imagining so much length in the spine that one day the crown of the head will rest on the earth. And if you're feeling really far away from the earth, then you widen your stance. If you're feeling pretty close to the earth, then shorten your stance. Give yourself somewhere to go. Let's release the hands under our shoulders. And as you inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, turn back into your right leg, feel a lunge. Left knee down, untuck the toes, draw the hips back over the left knee, start to straighten the right leg for Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. And we'll ride the breath a little here, so as you inhale, you lift and lengthen. As you exhale, you fold, so coming back to that same pattern in our body. Inhaling, creating space. Exhaling, moving into that space. And one more inhale. Exhale, fold in. New breath, bend the right knee, shift forward, and step back to all fours. So come onto your hands and knees. And then hands will walk forward, Anahatasana. Drop your heart to the earth. You can let your third eye rest. Or if you're starting to feel more open, maybe the chin lifts and you place your chin on the earth. Slide through into Sphinx. Reach through the toes so that the thighs engage. Draw your heart between the arms. Dial your left forearm in slightly. Reach your right hand back for your right foot. Thumb points up. And as you inhale, press the top of the foot into the hand. As you exhale, draw the heel toward the seat and turn the shoulders toward the front of the room. Inhale, press open. Exhale, turn in. Try not to let the heel go too far outside the line of your hip here. Press your left forearm into the earth as you inhale, open up. Exhale, turn in. This time we enjoy a couple of breaths. Lengthening from the top of our hip to our knee. And let's gently release. Enjoy the second side. So right forearm down and in slightly. Left hand catching our foot. Inhaling, foot into hand. Exhaling, heel to seat, heart toward the front of your mat. Inhale, press open. Exhale, turning. Inhale, open up, find some space. Exhale, turn in and pause. Keeping the breath moving as you lengthen from the top of your left hip down the thigh. Exhale, let's come all the way to the earth. Extend the arms overhead, palms press.
Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Bring your feet back to hip width if they were a little wider. Palms under shoulders. Inhale, Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, open the feet up the width of your mat, gently dial your heels out. Our hands will grip the outer edges of our mat. Press into the heels of the hands, lengthen through the heels of the feet. Notice if you have a little more space. Let's draw back to the midline. And moving to the second side here. So inhale, left leg rising. Roll the hip open, bend the knee and stay, or send your left toes to the earth. As you turn open, in this variation, the bottom leg stays straight. Hips and heart toward the sky. Reach through the left fingertips. Press into the earth to rise up for another breath. Exhale, come back around. Left knee into the nose, hug up. Inhale, press back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee forward and foot between the hands into our lunge. Keep your right palm on the earth, and as you inhale, breathe your left arm through the sky, leaning back. Exhale, throw this arm under the leg, head and neck heavy. Inhale, rolling open. Exhale, thread and pause. And one more inhale. Exhale, thread. This time to frame the left foot, dial your back foot flat. Virabhadrasana 2, rising up here, warrior 2. As you exhale, you settle into your foundation. Hands will interlace behind the back. Do the opposite way if you can remember which way you crossed the fingers. Lengthen your hands toward the earth, draw the shoulders away from the ears. And with every breath out, we descend into warrior 2. On the new breath, left leg will straighten. Turn your toes toward the long edge of your mat and in just a hair. As you inhale, big breath into your heart. Exhale, forward folding. Arms come with us just for a moment on the side. And then let's release our hands under our shoulders. Inhale, open the heart halfway. Exhale, fold in. So if you'd like to deepen, fingertips can walk in line with the toes, or if you have the space here, you might hook the big toes, similar to when our legs were a little closer. Feel the thigh bones pressing back as the weight gently rocks forward here. Two more lovely breaths. Allow your hands to come back under the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Dial the heels in and the toes out. Bend the knees so they track over the ankles. And then walk your hands up the thighs as you descend into the hips for goddess pose. Take a breath in here. Exhaling, right shoulder toward the heart, gaze over the left.
Inhale, move through center. Exhale, left shoulder drops, gaze over your right. Let me ride the breath side to side. So inhale, feel center. Exhale, right shoulder in. Inhale. And exhale. One more in each direction, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Inhale, we move through center where you can stay. If you want something a little stronger, hands can start to slide down the legs, maybe to the shins or all the way to the ankles. And then the elbows and forearms help to press the legs open and you keep the spine nice and long. Sometimes we encourage even a bit of movement here to help us deepen. Another breath. Let's release, straighten the legs, toes forward and off. Hold in for a moment. Feel another lengthening inhale. And as we exhale, we're turning back into our left leg for lunge. Knee down, untuck the toes, Ardha Hanumanasana, shift back. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhaling, growing long. Exhale and bow. Another cycle like this, inhale. Releasing, exhale, pause. New breath, left knee bends, shift forward, step back, downward facing dog. You can stay here or take Balasana, child's pose. If you want more movement, enjoy Vinyasa. Couple of breaths wherever you are. If you found your way to child's pose, let's return to downward facing dog. Inhale, heels rise, bend the knees, look forward. Malasana, our squat. Step or float your feet to the outside of your hands, dropping down. So we'll start to build this twist a little more, knowing you can always come back here. Or right shoulder drops, hand past the foot, inhaling left arm through the sky. You're welcome to stay in this stage or bend the elbows, turn the thumbs toward each other, and maybe you take a bind. You can also just do a half bind with that top arm. This should not compromise the opening of the heart. To release, feel center. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder down, hand past our foot. Inhale, right arm rises. We can stay in any of these stages or bend the elbows, half or full bind. Again, turning heart open. One more deep breath. And let's release. We meet in Uttanasana. Allow your feet to be hip width. This time, bend the knees as much as you need to. Step the soles of the feet onto the palms of your hands so the toes are in the crease
of your wrists. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Enjoy 2 more breaths. And let's release our feet. Inhale halfway. You can move through a vinyasa here or meet us in downward facing dog. You're also welcome to float back to chaturanga if that is in your practice today. When you arrive in down dog, deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, allow your right leg to stroke the sky at the end of the breath. Then you're at the peak. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. You can stay. You can flip the dog and keep the bottom leg straight, or the left knee will bend as well. All 10 toes point to the back of the mat. Lifting hips and heart to the sky, right arm reaching over. Maybe you dial the bottom fingertips and turn into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Another breath. If you're in Urdhva, start by dialing the left thumb, then reaching right arm over. Right knee into nose, hug up. Inhale, press back, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, helper step your right foot through. Inhale, warrior 2, we rise up. Exhale, settling into warrior 2. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And take your right wrist behind your left and then turn the palms so that they touch. Send your fingertips tall, shoulders down, chin stays parallel to the earth. Then can you lengthen a little taller, and from that length, curl back like Parsva to your peaceful warrior. So that as you reach the fingertips back, the right shin is moving forward. Maintain this length, just straighten the right leg, and then on the exhale, pour out into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand on the shin, a block or the earth. Left hand directly above the shoulder, tail down. And then from here, we'll sweep our left arm over the ear. Press the pelvis forward just slightly so you feel this left side engage. Extend through the fingertips. Preparing for Ardha Chandrasana, left hand to hip. Gaze at your right toes, soften the knee. Block our hands 6 inches in front of your right pinky toe. Pluck your left leg off of the earth. Feel Trikonasana in Ardha Chandrasana. Reach so much through the left fingertips that the right hand lightens. And if you want to challenge balance here, this top arm can also sweep over the ear. Take another breath. Bend into the right knee, carefully step back and recreate triangle on the earth. Opening up. Inhale, knee bends, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, circle hands to the earth. Back knee down, untuck the toes.
Ardha Hanumanasana once again. This time we'll turn it into a little twist. So walk your hands and torso to the right. You can make this as big or as little as you would like, knowing that you are doing best for your body. So walk our hands back to frame our right foot, bend the knee, come into all fours. Walk the hands forward, Anahatasana. Soften your heart to the earth. Keep your right hand down and thread your left arm underneath. So come onto your left cheek and shoulder and then extend the fingertips away from each other. You can stay, or the right leg can shoot out to the side. This top arm can bind behind your back as you roll the heart open. But I also like to keep this arm extended and reach it toward the front left corner of my mat. Just a couple of breaths here. Let's very gently release. Take your time coming out the way you went in. Hands will walk forward, Anahata. Left hand stays down, right arm threads. Come down onto right cheek and shoulder. Stay. Investigate how this side feels. Maybe you send your left leg out to the side. Press the back of your right arm into the earth to roll the heart open. Maybe you take a bind or reach this hand toward the right corner of your mat. Couple more. Keeping breath moving deep. And let's release once again. All fours with hands forward, Anahatasana, softening. We slide through onto our bellies, setting up Sphinx pose. And gently make our way down to the earth here. From here, bend your right leg. Catch the foot with your left hand, and we roll onto our left side. And when you arrive, press the top of the foot into the hand so you create like an Ardha Dhanurasana shape. And then maybe the right hand reaches back as well. And stay soft as always, breath stays smooth. And let's gently unwind, feel center once again. We'll enjoy the second side. So bend the left leg, right hand catches, roll onto your right side. Kick the foot into the hand, create space. And maybe that left hand reaches back as well. Last two here. Gently unwind. Feel your way through center.
Give yourself a moment here. Extend the arms overhead. Press your palms full pranam into the earth. Take a deep breath in. Let one go. Sliding hands back. Inhale, Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana.
Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. As you inhale, allow the left leg to stroke the sky. Knowing you can stay in any of these stages or bend the knee, open the hip. If you're flipping the dog, left toes to the earth, bottom leg can stay straight or moving on toward Urdhva Dhanurasana, knees bent, toes forward. Dial the right fingertips, maybe you drop the left hand. Press into hands and feet to find lightness through the rest of the body. Another breath. Leading with the right thumb, turn the fingers, press into the earth, sending your left hand down and left knee into nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through into lunge. And as you are ready, Virabhadrasana 2, inhale, we rise. Exhale, we settle in. Take your arms overhead. Left wrist goes behind right. Turn the palms. Reach the fingertips tall. Chin stays parallel to the earth. And then can you find a little more length, and from there begin to curl back so that as you reach through fingertips, left shin moves forward. Maintain all of this space, just straighten the left leg. And then from there, extending out Utthita Trikonasana, left hand to shin, block or earth, right hand above shoulder. Even here, listening to your neck, finding a place that feels nourishing. And then we sweep our right arm over the ear, palm down. A little press of the pelvis forward so you feel this right psoas engaged. There's a very gentle leaning back quality in this moment. And prepare for Ardha Chandrasana, right hand to hip. Soften the left knee. Fingertips are blocked 6 inches forward of the pinky toe. Take as many steps as you need, plucking your right leg off of the earth. We float up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Right fingertips can reach through the sky. And you're lengthening so much through that right hand that the left hand becomes light. If you're challenging balance, this top arm can also sweep over the ear, just like when we were in Trikonasana. If you're in the variation, right fingertips reach tall. Recreate triangle pose on the earth. Bend the knee, rise, Virabhadrasana 2, inhale. Exhale, circle hands to your mat. Ardha Hanumanasana, once again. Back knee down, hips back. Left leg is straight, foot is flexed, toes drawing back toward the face. And then we move it into a twist. So hands on the outside of the foot, walk the torso to the left.
last deep breath here. Unwind, make our way through center, bend the knee, shift forward, downward facing dog. Stay, or move the body through a vinyasa if you would like more movement, more fire. Downward facing dog, exhale, exhale. A few deep breaths here. A good moment to take child's pose if you would like one. Let's take 3 full breaths. So if you're in Balasana, we meet once again, downward facing dog. Now inhale on your right leg to rise. Exhale, help her step your right foot through between your hands. Send your back knee to the earth, untuck the toes, and then walk your hand up the right thigh, so just right hand on thigh. Because we're bending the left leg and reaching around for the foot. We want to be down and forward into the hips so that we aren't right on top of our left kneecap. We're right above the knee at the very base of our thigh. And then start to pull the heel toward the seat. Sometimes we have the space to curl our fingertips around the toes and point our elbow up. Right hand can rest on the thigh, or you can take your mudra here. It's helpful in this moment, I find, to close the eyes, although it can challenge your balance. Or your drishti, your gaze, is on your mudra. Enjoy another breath. Gently release this left leg. And then we'll tuck the toes and turn the shin open. The torso opens to the long edge of your mat, and you start to take a seat down onto this heel. Going deep into this right hip, find your mudra once again, drishti there. Maybe this left hand binds behind your back. Getting nice and tall. Feeling strong here for 2 more breaths. Gently release, undo your back leg, come into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. And if this is enough, just stay, close the eyes, or you can take a full Hanuman by pressing the right heel away from you. Back toes tuck, knee lifts as you drop your pelvis toward the earth. If you have a block handy, you can also place a block under your seat, so making sure it's under the right seat. Wherever you are, close the eyes. We won't be here long. Just a few breaths in this deeper space. If you're in full Hanuman and want to fold in, you're certainly welcome to explore that. One more breath. If you're in an extended
extended variation. Be careful as you draw the right heel back in. Wherever you are, shift forward into a lunge. Down dog, 3 legs or 4. It might feel good to sort of shake this right leg out. You can vinyasa here, 3 legs or 4. You could just find stillness for a moment. Deep breath in. Letting breath go. Inhale, allow your left leg to rise. Exhale, step that foot through. Back knee down, untuck the toes. Bring your left hand to your thigh. Bend the right leg, reach around and catch the foot. And then start to draw the heel toward the seat. Maybe you curl fingertips. Certainly does not have to happen. Maybe you find your mudra here as you descend down into the hips. You might explore closing the eyes. Or you might send your drishti and your focus to your mudra. Last 2 breaths. Very gently release this back leg. Tuck the toes and turn the shin open. And then you'll turn the torso open and start to take a seat down onto this right heel. Coming back to your mudra. Right hand can rest earth, thigh, or binding behind the back as if it could settle into your left hip crease. Enjoy another deep breath. Strong breath. Let's carefully unwind. Make your way into a lunge at the top of your mat. Return to half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, or full Hanumanasana. Here you can press the left heel away, right toes tuck, knee lifts as you soften your pelvis toward the earth. And again, wherever you are, closing the eyes. Keeping awareness on the breath. Knowing that any tension we experience is only temporary. Last 2 cycles, full breath. Start to very carefully draw our left heel in, shift forward, and step yourself back to downward facing dog. You might enjoy a 3-legged dog here, shake it out. You can feel a vinyasa, 3 legs or 4. Wherever you are, we will very happily meet in Balasana, child's pose. Big toes touch, knees nice and wide. Press your seat back to meet your heels.
If the arms need a little break, you can wrap them around the legs or even lift prayer here to the back of the head. Giving yourself this moment to reconnect with your breath rhythm, to allow your body to come back into a place of balance, to feel the breath slow down. Notice all of the touch points you are making with the earth. Can you soften into these spaces? Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Slowly rise. So come to a kneeling position, setting up for Ustrasana, camel pose. We've opened the heart quite a bit, but you still might be mindful and tuck the toes here on the first round. So opening the hands away from the heart, drawing them down to the sacrum. Tail down, navel in, roll the shoulders back and lift straight into the center of your heart. Chin can stay into chest, gaze at the sky, or maybe you open the throat. If you like the support, stay, or hands can slide down the legs. Maybe they catch your heels. Inhale, let's rise. With the toes touch, take a seat on the heels. Get another stretch for the feet. Check in that even the pinky toes are tucked. Close the eyes, turn the palms up. Just a moment here to receive. On the next breath, let's rise once again. If you need the toes tucked, stay, or you can untuck here, point the feet. Inhale, hands expand. Exhale, we turn them to sacrum. Drawing tail down, navel in, shoulders back. Lifting right into the center of the heart. This is how you go back from the upper spine. Move, maybe hands drop at the same time to the legs. Inhale, let's rise. Taking a seat once again on our feet, closing the eyes, turning palms up. Allowing the spine to come back to neutral. From here, let's come onto our seat and extend both legs out in front of us for Paschimottanasana. So with the feet flexed and the legs together, press the thighs down into the earth, and as you inhale, reach nice and tall. Exhale, go up and over the hinge of your hips. As if you could catch your toes, allow the hands to rest
wherever it's manageable for you. Be really mindful that the back might feel a little raw after a couple of deep back bends. So taking your time to come into your edge. You lead from the heart. As we inhale to rise, and open the legs to a nice wide V shape. And bring one hand in front of your seat, one hand behind you. Give your hips a little lift and scoot forward. Switch hands, a little lift and scoot. Toes and knees point to the sky. If you notice the toes drop in or out, then just backing off. So you can stay here, shoulders over hips, or you can start to walk the hands out in front of you. If you have a block, you might use the block as support under hands or forearms, or sometimes we have the space for the block to support our forehead. Maybe you use the two fists today. Sometimes we have the space to go really deep, and we can hook our big toes, laying our heart down onto the earth. On the inhale, let's rise. Hands behind the knees, draw the legs together. And we come all the way down onto our backs. Allow yourself to roll down the spine nice and slow. When you arrive, pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a loving hug. Send our arms to a T, palms face down, and invite both knees to drop over to the right. Soften your left shoulder to the earth, maybe turn the gaze. As you inhale, knees come through center. Exhaling all the way to the left. Drishti, gaze to the right. Softening your right shoulder down. Inhaling, knees rise once again. If there is anything you need before Savasana, enjoy it here. Now would be a good time for inverting, legs up the wall even.
Now my invitation will be to take us into Savasana. So when you are ready, please know that you can take your time, extend the legs, allow them to open mat width apart, feel the feet drop open. Arms several inches away from the body with the palms turning up. Allow the eyelids to rest heavy over the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Feel every muscle soften and release. Starting from the toes, moving up the body through the crown of your head. Invite yourself here to fully surrender. Giving up any fear, doubt, worry. Surrendering any tension into the earth. Allow it to be absorbed. Feel that every exhale is a step down into deeper relaxation. In these moments, there is nothing to do, no place else to go. Please know that you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you need.
You will begin to deepen the breath. We'll start to return gentle movement back to the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Take a nice big stretch, reach the hands away from the feet. And roll onto your right side, rest there. Force yourself to a comfortable seat as gently as you can. Drawing the palms together in Anjali Mudra at the heart. And we honor our practice with a single chant of Om. Deep inhale, filling up. Bowing head to heart. Thumbs rise to meet the third eye. Namaste.